Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today I'm doing an update on my 2022 Deck of Panning project. This is my first year doing this project. It's been going for a couple years now, created by Emily from Emily and Max, and it's a really fun makeup panning project that uses a deck of cards to kind of shuffle through your makeup collection and pull in things to try and meet panning goals on. It's been a lot of fun this year and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm so happy that Emily announced that she is indeed bringing it back, and I of course am going to participate. I'm going to continue on with the fun because why not? I'll leave Emily's introduction and informational video in the description box, so check that out. I'm not going to go through all of the fine details of this project. It's actually a little bit nuanced and complicated sometimes, but the main thing is I'm working on 5 items at a time, and if I pull in the Joker, I have to pan something that I really don't want to pan. So I haven't gotten that yet. I've managed to avoid the Joker up until this point, so we'll see what happens today. I am going to draw some new cards today. Let's go ahead and get on into this update. And real quick, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up before you forget. The first item in my update today is from Maybelline. This is their Superstay Matte Ink Lip Color, and this is the shade Amazonian, a really pretty terracotta deep nude. Really enjoyed wearing this over the past couple months. It's a swatch of it right there. It dries down to be a little bit darker on the lips, I think, but I really have enjoyed wearing this. This was for the card 8 of Diamonds, which was non-cruelty-free item. And so Maybelline is a non-cruelty-free brand, unfortunately, because it's a huge, huge brand, and maybe someday it'll get to that point. Wouldn't that be nice? My goal was to use this item 15 times, and after last month, I had used it 10 times, and I was able to use it the remaining 5 times during the past month, making for that total of 15 uses. So we get to roll this one out today. I am very happy that I was able to get some good use on this during this fall season. It's gonna stick in my collection for a while longer. It has a great formula. It really does last very well, and I really enjoyed this color. Now we get to work on something else. Get to draw a new card for that one today. The next item is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light, and I brought this in for the card Queen of Hearts, which is for a Graveyard Project Pan item, and this is an item that I had worked on in my Project Pan, I believe last year, with the goal of hitting pan on it, and I'd been slowly expanding that pan, just using it naturally on a daily basis as part of my regular routine. I really do love this item. I have it on today. I have it on basically every day, but it's fun to at least bring this in so I'm able to track the progress and share that expanding pan with all of you. Here's what the pan was looking like when I first brought it into this project. I believe it was now 2 months ago. Here's what it was looking like last month. In the past month, I was able to use it 38 times. It was weighing 81 grams last month, and this month it's weighing 80.4 grams and looking like this. So you'll definitely be able to see a big expansion in that pan. We even hit side pan. I've been working on the upper part of this product. As you can see, I hit the top pan, and I've used 0.6 grams of product total in those 38 uses. So I'm really hopeful that we'll have even more exciting progress for you next month, but I'm not going to continue to necessarily track this after the finale. Maybe I'll roll it into my just regular project pan because I know this is going to be emptied in the next couple months, and it would be fun to just have that footage to share with everyone else, because I know I get really satisfied seeing especially big waffle pans like this get emptied out. So yeah, I think that's my plan. I'll keep it in this project until next month, our finale, and see if it'll have a spot in my regular project pan in the new year. The next item is quite a fun and ambitious one. It is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Color Wheel Blush Palette, and I love this blush palette. It's been really fun to have it out and to get use on it, and I have some exciting updates. So I brought this in for the card the Ace of Hearts, which was Choose Your Own Space, and for some reason I decided to choose my Out of Control category. A lot of my blushes have been neglected this year, so I wanted to just kind of spread my net wide across my blush category and get some good use on it in this particular project. So my goal was to use this palette 100 times, or to use each shade 10 times. There's 10 shades in here. So last month I had used it 53 times and I had already reached my goal on a few of the shades. In the past month I reached for it 26 more times, making for a total of 73 total uses. And here's what it's looking like today. And hopefully you'll see that there is some exciting progress here. We have a pan. We have a pan on a blush. I wasn't expecting that, and I was just so pleasantly surprised, and I had no idea that I have used as much of that shade as I have over the years that I've had this palette. That's the shade Mod. I mean, obviously my favorite shade in this palette. I guess I reached for it a ton compared to any of these other ones, and now that I've had this out, I've definitely realized that is a favorite. Basically, this entire side is filled with my shades. Like, I love this sparkly coral. I love the hot pink. I love this matte coral. This side I'm having a little bit more difficulty with. It's just not my favorite tones to wear. I feel like it just kind of muddles with my bronzer a lot. This is what I have on today. I have on Montage. So let me just update you on the numbers for all of those. I used Surreal 4 times to hit my 10 use goal. I used Culture 2 additional times to reach that 10 use goal. I used Mod 7 times to hit Pan and reach that 10 use goal. Everything else had already been finished. Deco and Idol, these two, Deco and Idol, I'd already reached that goal on. And then as far as the top, or the more like mauve-y colors, I used Icon 2 additional times, making for 3 total uses. I used Concept 1 time for 1 use. Hopefully I can get some use on that in the next month. Gonna have to. And then I used Montage 9 times, this one here, for now my 10 total uses. That's what I have on today. I used Ironic 1 time. That's like the deepest shade in this palette. It's kind of hard for me to wear, so I've only used it 2 times total. And that is all, because I'd already used Crafty 10 times. So yes, there it is. There's the update on this palette. I have 27 more uses before the next update, before the finale, and I definitely think I'm going to get there. I'm just going to use this palette every day, although I am now confined to these shades over here, just Concept, Icon, and this one here. So maybe I'll mix these two. This one's a little bit deeper for me than I prefer to wear, and this one's a little bit lighter than I prefer to wear. So maybe the mixture of Concept and those together will be a good compromise. And Icon, I can definitely get used just by itself. Or mixing, you know, it's fun to mix. So yes, that one is going to stay in. I'm excited to reach goal on that next update and to continue to get love on this palette. It's fun having blush palettes around, especially since I love blush so much, if I haven't mentioned that before. Next, we have an eyeshadow from my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. My husband brought this palette in when I drew the 6 of Hearts, which was partner's choice, the second month in a row that I chose it, and I got to have my husband be part of choosing my product. It was really fun. He enjoyed it. And he chose the shade from this palette, Ultraviolet. So here's what Ultraviolet was looking like when I first rolled it in. After the first update, I had used it 7 times, and it was looking like this. And during the past month, I reached for it 8 additional times, making for 15 total uses in this project. And here's what it's looking like today. You can see that shimmering pan. Feels really good to have a pan in there. I knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge to reach for a shimmery purple shade on a consistent basis. But good thing I love purples and I love shimmers, because I managed to use it 15 times. I wore it to work. I wore it out. Hope people don't judge me for my purple eyeshadow, but whatever. I am covering up this palette because there's another shade I'm working on in this palette for my Panos eyeshadows, and I don't want to give anything away a little too early. But yeah, we are going to roll out Ultraviolet. I'm going to do another replacement for that item. And thank you to Danny for picking such a fun eyeshadow for me and motivating me to reach for this palette. I've been really enjoying it. I've been reaching for the mattes quite a bit in here, trying to make more of an effort to just explore the palette and to try the different metallic shades and the different textures in here. And it's been a really, really fun item to play with. So love having this in my collection, love having it in this project, and we get to bring in something new now. So that is fun too. And our last item is another blush. I brought this in just last month when I drew the card 8 of Clubs, which was for the prompt blush. And I believe I actually read the prompt wrong. It was supposed to be a different prompt, like, I forget, it was like newest item or item you just purchased or something like that. And I wasn't paying attention, and I just saw blush and panicked and was like, oh my gosh, how am I pulling in another blush? And then I just chose a blush and put a goal of 10 uses on it. And I didn't feel like changing my mind. I didn't even realize I made a mistake until I was editing the video. Why am I still talking about this? Long story short, I've been working on this blush from MakeUpGeek. This is in the shade Chivalry. It's a really pretty blush. I always forget how much I love this shade, and that's why I wanted to bring it in. It's a great shade for the fall, and I loved using it. My goal was to use it 10 times, and I easily did so, and I still got all that use on my other palette, so dang. This is like 1 or 2 days over a month. I think I have like 33 days of use or something like that. So yes, very excited about that, and we are going to roll that one out, and I'm just happy that I got some good use on this beautiful blush during the month that it just fits perfectly with. So yes, we are rolling out that eyeshadow, Ultraviolet, the lipstick from Maybelline and Amazonian, and we're rolling out this blush from MakeUpGeek and Chivalry, and we're going to draw 3 new cards today. I'm a little apprehensive because we are so close to the finale. Next month will be the last update for this project. So I'm going to be very strategic with what I'm choosing and what goals I'm setting for those items so that I can hopefully achieve all, if not most of those goals before this project is over. I have my iconic Marilyn Monroe cards here. And of course, we have that Joker card included. So I'm going to put that Joker right into the center, give it a few shuffles, and draw some cards. Can't wait to see what we get. I'll go ahead and pop up the game board right here. Emily shuffles it every single month, so it's nice and fresh for all of us, and we get different prompts even if we draw the same cards. The numbered cards are what get shuffled every month, and the face cards and the aces all stay the same. Emily did mention that she's going to be making a few changes to the project next year, so I'm excited to hear what those changes are and what ideas she has. She did mention that people were asking her to like get rid of the Joker and that she's not planning on doing that, and that made me happy. I'm like, the Joker is like all part of it, right? That's like part of the fun, is that, you know, chance that you get something that challenges you, that's like difficult, that, I don't know, kind of just makes you buckle down a little bit harder on your project. So I'm okay with the Joker. I think it's fun, so I am in all favor of keeping it. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. So I'm going to cut my cards. I'm not looking. All right, the card on top. That's my card. Okay, let's see what it is. All right, we got an ace of spades. I always like get the spades and clubs confused. I have to think about it every time. Ace of spades. Oh my gosh, I've never gotten the ace. I've never gotten a black ace yet. This is to pick another project. Okay, goodness. So we've got to draw 2 more cards. So that means I'm drawing 4 cards, right? Oh my gosh, yeah, instead of adding 3, I'm going to add 4. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Okay, 4 of clubs. That's exciting. It's a fragrance. Yes, I have been hoping to get a fragrance. I've been kind of thinking about panning a fragrance. So I think I have one in mind. 5 of spades. 5 of spades. 5 of spades is matte. Okay. Don't know what that could be. Think about that one. 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds is dethroned. So I have to see what she means by that. I'm not exactly sure what dethroned means. I guess an item that I loved that I don't love anymore, or that was beloved and now everyone's kind of forgotten about it. I don't know. Okay, last card. King of Hearts. We escaped the Joker. We made it through a whole year of deck of painting without the Joker. I feel pretty lucky. I feel pretty lucky. Look at me. All right, let's see what this one is. King of Hearts is oldest product. So let me go ahead and think a little bit on these cards, choose 4 items to work on for the next month, and I'll be right back to let you know what they are. I'm back and I'm very excited about these choices. So for the 4 of clubs fragrance, I decided to bring in my La Vie Belle perfume from Lancome. And I really do love this perfume, but I've only had it like, what, maybe 1.5 years, 2 years. I've really flown through it. That's all I have remaining. And I think if I wear this on a consistent basis, I can have this emptied by the last update. The bottom there is very narrow, and I think we definitely can get through that in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. It does have a nice kind of like warm, spicy, like a little bit sweet and musky smell, which I think is really nice for the fall season. And I'm excited to get use on this and finish it up. I don't know if I would run out and repurchase this perfume right away, like maybe eventually, but my hope is that Santa or maybe someone else is bringing me a new perfume for Christmas. So it'd be great to get one of them out so that, you know, I'm not overwhelmed with fragrances. So that is the first item that we'll be rolling in. For the 5 of spades, a matte product, I decided to bring in a matte liquid lipstick. This is from Kat Von D, way back in the day. This is her Project Chimp shade. It's like a really beautiful brick red color. And this is a very nice matte that I would really enjoy wearing around this time of year. I wanted to bring in one of my liquid lipsticks because I am trying to kind of sort through them, get use on all of them, just see what's good, what I enjoy still, what I have grown out of, or what has gone bad. And this one is a really beautiful shade. I really love wearing this in the fall and winter season. So I'm going to bring this in with the goal of using it 5 times. I think I can do that easily before the next update. And it'll be fun to rock some red lips here and there. I do love a statement lip color, and I love an excuse to wear one. So there is just my next liquid lipstick coming through the rotation, and I'm excited to get some good use on it. There's a better swatch. I had to kind of double it up there. Isn't that pretty? Really excited to wear that. 5 uses should not be a problem for that one. For the 5 of Diamonds, a dethroned item, I learned that that's an item that I used to really love, but has been replaced with another item. So I kind of had to think about this one for a second, but I decided to bring in an item that might be leaving my collection soon. So I wanted to just give it a little bit more love before it does depart. And that is the old and beloved Lorac MegaPRO2 palette. This was, I think, my second high-end palette, like larger style palette that I ever had after the Urban Decay Vice 4, and this was just like so above and beyond that palette. It has so many beautiful mattes in it. I had so much variety in here. I think I got this in like 2014, so it's been a long time, like 7 or 8 years. It was either 14 or 15, something like that. I think it might go soon, but I've kind of just been like playing with all these mattes here, trying to hit pan in these like very simple everyday shades, like the little highlight shades and shimmers. But I have quite a few pans in here. There's like 8 or 9. I still am not sure if I'm gonna get rid of this. It's on the chopping block though, for sure. It was such a favorite for so long, but it definitely has been dethroned for newer eyeshadow formulas and newer color stories. I would love to just give it a little bit more love before it's ultimately decluttered. I don't know if I'm quite ready to get rid of it yet, but we are getting close. I kind of go back and forth day by day. But I think it would be great to just set a usage goal on this palette. I'm going to try and reach for it, let's say 15 times before the next update. I'm really going to try for that. I was going to say 10. Maybe I should do 10. I'm going to push myself. We're going to reach for this 15 times. And that just could be dipping into one of these mattes as a brow bone highlight. It could just be using one of these as an inner corner highlight, or it could be like letting one of these metallics kind of take over one of my looks. We shall see how I decide to use it. I think I can definitely push myself on that. It will take a little bit of attention away from my Pan That palette, but I'm going to try and like just incorporate it with my Pan That palette so that I can just add these shades on top of whatever I'm using in my Pan That palette for that particular day. So that is my goal. I wanted to just kind of go out with a bang and really push myself to get good use on this. I have been reaching for it here and there, but a little final push is a great thing. I almost forgot our last item. Last was for the King of Hearts, the oldest item. So I decided to reach into my highlighters. I'm not working on any highlighters right now. And this item here is definitely a very neglected highlighter in my collection and very old. I've had it, I think it's, if not the oldest, it's like tied for oldest. So I brought in this highlighter from Vintage by Jessica Liebeskind. This is a BoxyCharm item. Look how dirty it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've had this for probably 6 or 7 years, I would guess. This highlighter has 2 different shades in it, 2 different pans, a nice kind of like bronzy one and a pinker one. This one looks darker in the pan than it is. Yeah, it's more of like a goldy champagne. And then there's the pink. So yeah, very beautiful highlighters. That's why I've kept them all this time. They perform beautifully. They melt onto the skin. They have really nice shine and shimmer to them. They're quite impactful, and I have not reached for them much at all. I do have a big dip in this one, this pink one here, but that's from my fingernail. It's not from using it. I dug into it, opening this packaging, I believe more than once. So I might like kind of focus on that area and try and hit pan there. I'm definitely just gonna try and get some like good progress for you, and hopefully we'll be able to see a good difference in how this pan looks before the next month. I'm not gonna set a usage goal on this particular item. It's just gonna be my focus highlighter until our next update, and we'll see how far we get. So that is it for our update today. Kind of an exciting one. We got to bring in 4 new items, and for the first time I'm working on 6 items in this project. Hopefully it's nothing I can't handle. Excited to get more use on really beautiful red shade and some highlighter that's been neglected, an eyeshadow palette that's in its golden years, as well as maybe even emptying a perfume. How exciting would that be? I hope you tune in to my finale next month. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss it. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, please say hello in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about these picks. Have you drawn any of these cards, or how you feeling about this last month of the project if you are doing it? I hope you're doing really well out there, and I can't wait to see you in my next update. Bye.